As a sports reporter, sideline reporter, I tell stories.
Good morning from the Junction.
And when I first entered into the industry, I knew I loved sports. I loved to perform, but what I didn't realize is the gift that would come from the ripple effect that you see when you share a story and when you get to give a voice to someone. I grew up in Roanoke, Virginia with my mom and my dad and my older brother, Alan, and we really just were loved unconditionally, always lifted up in our successes, applauded. My brother was an athlete, and I over here was the gymnast, traveling all over the state of Virginia and around the region and the nation, and I was living out the dream. And as I'm studying for exams one night, I get a phone call. The two people that I love more than anything in this world, gone like that. I can't understand why this weight and this burden and these things were given to me, but I now look at them as a gift to be able to use that as a testimony for other people and to be able to help other people to learn to fall in love with their stories. I heard from Wendy Garner, the executive director from On River Time. She had reached out to me to ask me what my availability was in the fall to come and speak at their annual fundraiser. I hadn't even heard of On River Time, and she said, hey, we'd love for you to come speak in September. So the first thing I got to do is check the calendar. Am I available? It's football season. I'm a college football reporter. I'm on the road all the time, and it's a Thursday night. And I said, you know what? Looked at the calendar. Boom, it's open. And about a week or so later, she reached out and said, hey, what do you think about traveling with us to this camp to be able to experience it firsthand? So this mission, I'm told, you're going to come to camp, go fly fishing, go hiking. So you think adventure, right? But at the core of all that adventure is getting to learn who these kids are, where they came from and where they're going in life, and how they are being taught to live life to its fullest, no matter how challenging their circumstances have been and what they're walking through.
As someone that has been abused in my past, neglected, abandoned, I can speak for all of us when I say nobody wants to go through those things. Through the years, I've dealt with depression, anxiety, stress. I couldn't figure out whether or not I actually wanted to survive all of this. And that's what On River Time is here for. They're here to be that shoulder. They're here to support that person and help them get through that. And so being back on this trip, it just reminds me of my purpose and why I'm here in the first place. So it's a crazy story, but it's my story.
We're gonna catch the biggest and the better. Okay, so day on the river, former gymnast here, I am competitive, okay? And so in gymnastics, it's all about like the 10.0, right? The perfect score. Well, in fishing, I guess you're not gonna get a perfect score, but you wanna go out there and compete. And so it was a lot of fun. We had a good day. And I think more than anything, just getting to take in the sights. As we're floating down the river, you recognize just the beauty that this world has and the gifts that God has created around us and also within us. And I will tell you, this experience, being able to truly feel the impact, has been extraordinary. I'll tell you what, my emotions have been running rampant. We're gonna go ahead and unload the tears. When I was asked to come up to the front of the room and share, just looking back, looking into the eyes of the girls and boys, the young men and women, these are people and individuals that have walked through so much, but have so much gratitude. It was, you see something special in these kids, It's almost like you can see that the darkness has now come to light. And what I love the most about it is you see hope. There's this just glisten of hope. And what I hope for these young men and women as they go out into the world is that they can look into the mirror and that they can truly, fully love themselves. Even those things that they've walked through that have been so challenging and that have been hurtful and painful, to take ownership of those and say, even though my world seems like it's been shattered into a million pieces, I can pick those pieces back up and create something so beautiful in this foundation that I can now walk on and be able to give to other people as a gift.
God didn't give me this story to hold on to and keep it a secret to myself. He gave me this story so that way I can help kids that are struggling with the same thing. I'm holding on to that hope that God will turn my life into something amazing and beautiful, and He'll put me where I need to be and see the beauty and the grace that He has for my future, and everybody needs to see that.
On River Time has been able to benefit so many kids, and you think about the importance of this cause and this mission, because now these are kids that can go out and share their story and help other kids. And I think that's what's so beautiful about this, because this is not just the here and now. This is for tomorrow and the next day and the next month and the next year. And you're gonna just see that ripple effect continue on down the road. And looking back centuries from now, these kids are planting seeds that are gonna just blossom and grow. And I just couldn't be more grateful for this opportunity, because this, I tell you, is, woo, it's special.